What's up everyone and welcome back into this channel. Today's tutorial is gonna be very interesting. Okay, I wanna show you how I edit my picture for my Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably noticed that recently I'm uploading a lot of pictures with this Moody style. Very similar to Alan Palander. He's like a god, but yeah. And today I wanna show you how I made this kind of looking. So let's go, let's get ready, let's do it. So now we are into Lightroom Classic. I chose this picture to show you how I create this style, and as you can see we have a beautiful car that I shot on the side, and also I took this picture with the 35mm that I did the review last week. If you didn't watch it, it's on the channel, or I'm gonna just like, I think one card gonna pop up right here. And anyway, let's go and let's start this preset. First thing that we're gonna do is to add some contrast, something around plus 55, yes. Then I usually bring 55, I say 55. Let's bring the highlights all the way down. Shadows around plus 70, and even the whites around around 50, hey, 60, around. Let's see, around. I don't want to say precise number. It's like pretty much. You look at the image and then you make the adjustment. Then let's crush those blacks because it's very important for this kind of style. So something around minus 40, 45. It looks good. Then this is a trick actually, something that I usually do to make my Instagram photos to be very sharp. I bring my texture on plus 15, yeah, and then I drag the clarity down minus 12, yeah, because I really don't like to have clarity in my image. Then I prefer like to grab the brush and brush around the clarity where I want the clarity to be. And so let's keep going. The haze, we don't care about this. And now let's bring the saturation down. Minus 27, that looks good. Then about the curve, the only curve that I'm gonna touch is just this RGB. And then I'm just gonna make it like a slightly small curve, like a S shape, just to make this very pop color, and just to make these like very punchy contrast. And now let's go down, let's do the colors later. Next thing that I usually do is to deal with my grading, and to do that I use the color wheels. So let's bring the shadow towards the blue, something around with saturation on 27, 28-ish. Then let's see if we're gonna add some. And then let's do the same thing with the mid-tone, but this time towards the teal is better. Yeah, minus 22. Highlights, it's always like, I always don't know, it depends on the image. Sometimes I prefer to have towards the yellow, orange, and sometimes I prefer to have towards the teal. This time I rather to have towards like a yellow. Something like that. Be more probably, yes. Let's bring also down a little bit of those shadow. All right, now we can go to our colors. Let's start with the saturation first, and especially let's start with the blue. So usually I bring my blue down, something like that. It kind of has to look kind of black and white image. Then let's grab the aqua and let's do the same thing. Minus 60, minus 70, usually it looks fine. Then I usually bring the green all the way down, and the yellow as well, but not completely down. Minus 70 as the blue, pretty much. And then the orange, let's go minus 10, and I usually leave the red, the red. Then nothing for the purple and magenta, and let's go to the hue now, and let's deal with this orange first, so this part of the wall. And I usually bring towards the yellow, more like towards the right. Plus 22, that looks good. And then yellow here are usually, even if there is no yellow now, but I know that it's around this minus 70, 80, then the green is completely a minus 100%. And then the blue gonna go towards the teal and as well the aqua, something like that. Then I usually grab the purple and bring it to the blue, and the purple and the magenta towards the red. I still want to bring this down like that, and the image already looks very good. Let's see what we started, and let's see what we have now. And it's a very good looking image already. We just need to do some adjustment, and the adjustment is going to be into our calibration. So let's bring the red primary towards plus 35, 30, yeah. And then let's balance with the green primary towards plus 20, and then with the blue just a little bit on minus 10, look good. And basically the preset is already done. Now we have to just make this kind of dark, very moody exposure. So usually I bring my exposure, depends on the image, how bright it was the exposure when I shot that. And then something like around minus 35 or minus 25. Then last thing that I usually like to do is to grab this gradient here, and then let's remove the shadow and let's bring the exposure down, -1. And then I'm gonna bring this up like that. And I do this because I really like to guide the eye to concentrate to my subject. So I'm gonna do the same thing on top. And as you can see now, the only thing that my eye is looking is the car. The last thing, as I say at the beginning of the video, I usually grab my adjustment brush, and let's add some clarity, something around plus 37-ish, and let's brush around our car to make this metal to be a bit more a bit more shiny. And now let's add another brush to just lead up some areas so let's bring the white up and a bit of the shadow. And they usually do this into the brighter areas, so right here, yeah, all those areas where I want, right, like that, and like that. And ladies and gentlemen, it's done, it's over. It's been 7 minutes probably. So let's see what we had before and what we have now. It looks dope. I can't stop to do this. It's see before and after, it's always so satisfying. This kind of preset looks so good on car photography. If you're very passionate into shooting car, well, this preset, you will love this one at 100%. Anyway, this is all for today, and I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and subscribe, don't forget, and see you into the next video.